Hello, welcome back. This is another episode of Zade is okay. I am doing all right. I can't say super good. I'm not sure if you can tell from my voice, but I am sick, which, isn't great. I don't think I've been sick for a long time. And this is also why this episode is late. I'm sorry about that. For those that know, last week I was in Scotland. I went for a wedding and to see family. And the trip was great. It was really fun. But as soon as I touched down, I got something. I was like coughing and my nose was running for like the whole trip basically. And it just gradually got worse. And I was like, oh, it's at the peak. So eventually it can only really get better from here, right? Like this is the worst. It'll just go down. Unfortunately, it did not go down. So I went to urgent care yesterday. I went to urgent care at, I can't remember what the place was called, but this is my first time going to urgent care for like an emergency. My girlfriend took me. She was like, Zade, you're coughing really badly and it's not getting better. I feel like you should go. And I was like, I don't know. But she bought me tea and she made the tea for me. And I'm like, it's hitting me now. Like I'm like dying. I realized because I was distracted by work or whatever, I wasn't really thinking about how much I was coughing, but something was not right in my body. I can't laugh because that triggers it. Sorry if there's no jokes, or maybe you weren't laughing at them anyway, but in case you were, just a warning, if you're sick and I make a joke, this might not be a safe space because of my illness, unfortunately. But urgent care gave me a bunch of random stuff. It gave me like promethazine. They gave me like steroid butt shots. Like they put a shot in my ass. Wait, not in my ass. It was like my butt cheek, one on each cheek, and all this stuff. And I'm like, again, I can't remember the last time I went to like a doctor. Really, I got my ears cleaned a few weeks ago, but like an actual like doctor visit, I was maybe like 12 or something. So when they just going in there and then they like took an x-ray and stuff and then they diagnosed me, I think it was like bronchitis or something, and then they give me a bunch of meds. I was like, wow, it's like crazy that this is how that works. Like in my head, if I'm sick, I just wait it out for 2 weeks and then see how it goes, and then usually eventually it'll just go away or it'll get better. So to have a girlfriend that's like, you actually don't need to suffer. You could just go immediately when you get sick, find out what it is and cut it off early. And, shout out to you for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I am filming this the same day it's going up. I was supposed to film it yesterday. I felt so bad, but now that I've got the meds, I finally feel well enough where I'm not coughing every like 20 seconds or something. So that this episode probably won't be up till like 6 p.m. LA time, like PST. For that, I apologize. But you'll also notice, look, camera quality. Whoa. So shout out to, I actually won't say your name because I'm not sure. I'm always worried with like NDA stuff, especially with other people that work with YouTubers, but you know who you are. One of you guys hit me up that watches these videos, and again, I appreciate every single one of you every single time. One of the episodes randomly hit 200 views. No idea what happened or why. The thumbnail was kind of the same, and then the next video was about me going to the Jubilee video, which I thought would have done better hypothetically, but that one did significantly worse. So I don't know. But anyway, one of you that watched this was DM me talking about the podcast, and you work with other YouTubers, and you mentioned some like tips and ideas in regards to thumbnails for future, and those tips were bangers. I really appreciate you watching all of these videos. It means so much. And I was already thinking I need to find a way to like improve this somehow. I think I spoke in another episode about how I get nervous when I try at something, because in my head it's like, doing this podcast, I get to talk, I get to like ramble to myself almost like it's therapy for as long as I want, and I don't really have to edit anything out. And then I can just put it up, and some videos do like well, some videos don't perform as well, but either way, I generally see similar people in the comments, similar people view wise coming back and things like that. And I can like feel joy and pride in that. But I as soon as I try at something and it doesn't work, it just feels like, I wasted my time. I'm embarrassing myself. Everyone knows I tried and it's not paying off, but I just need to kick myself out of that. And thanks to your DM, it really hit me. I was like, for example, I wanted to film today. Like I was like, I will not finish this day without filming this video, editing this video, and posting it. And also you'll notice the new thumbnail, because I want to try now. I want to try and be okay with trying not working more. But yeah, I feel like I need to get comfortable with trying to do something and accepting that, if I try my best with these thumbnails, not every thumbnail is going to be amazing. Similarly, a thumbnail getting better won't automatically give me like 50 more views. There's just so many factors, time of day that I upload, what the title is, all of this stuff. So there's so much that I need to work on, but thumbnails is the first step. And thank you so much again for your tips. I really appreciate that, genuinely. Anyway, so hopefully higher production. That's why I'm using my phone as a camera, which again, I was like, should I do that? And then he DM'd me, he was like, I think you should do that. Even if it's just like for a thumbnail frame, you just use your phone. And I was like, I'm just being lazy and I don't need to be lazy. No good things really just come for free without a sacrifice. One of my friends just said that. And so I guess the sacrifice is my potential pride or embarrassment if something doesn't work out. But I'm loving doing these. I don't plan to stop anytime soon. We're at week 6. So out of 8, congrats. I'm proud of us. So more to come. But yeah, let me talk about the Scotland trip real quick. Nothing too big to talk about. I guess on a depressing note, a big part of why I go back as often as I try to is because my mom has like medical issues. And so I'm mainly going back to like support her and then also to see my brother and all of like my family and stuff. So going back and seeing her was great. We went to the wedding together. She loved it. It was so much fun. And it's just great seeing her smile, seeing my brother smile, like catching up with him in person as well. It's just so awesome. And, the rest of the time in Scotland, I just slept. I was like on this weird in-between between the California and Scotland have an 8-hour time difference, by the way. So I was stuck in this in-between where it was like maybe 4 hours that I was living between, if that makes sense. So like I generally would get there. I would sleep for 3.5 hours. Then I'd be stuck awake, unable to sleep for 7 hours. Then suddenly be exhausted and sleep for 4 hours. And then that cycle would just repeat, 7 hours, 4 hours. I think it averaged to like, I think over a few days I slept maybe 10 hours. So not great. I wanted to go to the gym while I was there. Physically could not do that. I tried twice and each time I was just like, I can't get up. I have so much to do today. I still had to work while I was there as well. Cause it's not like I wasn't on like paid leave. Like I was still working. And so it was like fitting in all of my work too, reviewing other editors' videos, and the editors are doing amazing, by the way. I can't wait to see how much further they go. But it was just a lot. And then getting sick at the same time just did not help. And even now I haven't worked out I guess it's been a week and a half now. It's been since the 9th. My last workout was the day I left for Scotland. So I haven't worked out in now 10 days. So my hope is that with these meds tomorrow, I'll have it in me to work out before I stream. Again, it's a hope. I really, really hope so. Because I was enjoying being on track. And you know what's crazy? I had a dream when I was on, I had a dream when I was on the flight home from Scotland. And the dream was genuinely just, I was jacked. I was like almost like roid jacked, I was natural for some reason. Like it was just known that I wasn't like taking any SARMs or steroids or whatever. But I was just, my arms were huge and they were like maybe twice the size as now. And they were like veiny and like just like it was just awesome. And my thighs were huge and my abs were like chiseled core. And I was just hanging out with my friends, some friends from high school. There was this, you know what's funny? I've told this story on stream before, but long story short, I didn't really know who client A, like my full-time client, was. But a girl in my high school that I was like kind of talking to at the time mentioned like really enjoying their videos, and I was already looking for editing work. I think I DM'd them. I'd either DM'd them already or I DM'd them because of the girls. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, here we are. Now I work for client A full time. So that girl was in the dream. That girl, I mean, she's cool. Like, we're on good terms. She has a boyfriend now. Shout out to them. But yeah, that girl was in the dream, and I was just hanging out with like her, my girlfriend, a bunch of my other friends from high school, and we just like went to a store. We were like skateboarding, just talking, catching up, and I was so jacked, and everyone liked me. I guess I associated it with being jacked, but everyone was just super nice, and I just felt awesome. I felt so light. I felt like control of my body, like fully. And I just felt so good. I just couldn't stop smiling. I was just so happy. And then I woke up like this on the plane. And for like a few seconds, I kept just doing this on the plane. And like, I'd like fall asleep, wake up again and check. Or like I'd be watching a movie. And then after a while, when I'm like, okay, I'm distracted enough, I'd look down to see if my arms were huge or veiny. And unfortunately, neither of them were the case, which was, just a really depressing dream to wake up from, especially while my neck is like cracked because, oh my, planes. I feel like there's way too many tall people for planes to be designed the way that they are, right? Like there's no way, because I have not been on a single flight, I think ever, where I've been comfortable unless no one was sitting beside me so I could lie my legs across the entire row. That's it. Every other, or if I had that exit, you know how there's like if you're okay, how do you describe it? Worst case scenario, if the plane crashes, you're the person that like pulls the exit door to like save everyone or whatever. Unless you're sitting in that seat or there's no one beside you, my legs, I don't know if this is like you're tall, flex, we get it. Cool. My legs were just like no matter what, they're just you can't see the table, but they're just they're just hitting the end of the table like the entire flight, or the seat in front of me. And so like when I stretch them out, now my legs are either hitting the person beside me or they're in the aisle, and then I keep getting woken up because they're trying to like do the drinks and put the drinks through the aisle, and I'm just like, it's an infinite torture loop where I'm like, I want to figure out a way to get points or to get rich enough or something where I can fly even business class. Like I hate traveling so much, and the flight aspect is one of the biggest parts of that, because I know I'm just going to be sitting in a plane for 9+ hours, because the Scotland flight from here to Scotland is like 14 hours, maybe 16 including layovers and stuff. And so I'm sitting there for like 9 hours at a time, just struggling and in pain and just counting the minutes until the flight goes down or is over. And then I can like finally stretch my legs, and I can like, the feeling of going into a bed after having to try and sleep vertically for 9 hours. Oh my God, I hate it. Anyway, so yeah, like I woke up from like the best day of my life, I guess, in a dream where it felt like I'd succeeded in all of my fitness goals and everything like that, to just being the most uncomfortable I've ever felt immediately after. So that wasn't great. But yeah, fingers crossed for tomorrow. I'll let y'all know next week how it goes. But the goal is that I can hit the workout tomorrow. I do it, and I do it well. I was actually watching videos recently so I've changed my diet a little bit. I will say my aunt called me fat, and she is an amazing aunt. She's super sweet, super kind, super helpful. She is also the most direct person you'll ever meet. Like, she does not do sugar coating. She does not beat around the bush. It's straight up like, hey, you need to eat more, or hey, you need to eat less. And she was just like, oh, you're gaining weight. And I was like, oh yeah, like, and I was like, oh, maybe she's pointing out like my muscles. Like, because I have been eating more so that I can build more muscle, and I've also been doing the walks and stuff to help lose weight. She's like, oh no, I didn't say your muscles. And I was like, damn, that's all I needed to hear. And so I changed my diet immediately. So now I'm kind of doing like a semi keto. I'm basically trying to keep my carbs as low as possible, and eat less red meat. So I'm mainly just eating vegetables, chicken, and eggs. That's basically it. Vegetables, chicken, eggs, and I have some keto wraps. And I've started meal prepping as well. I've been meal prepping from Costco. So, I'm only on day 2 of doing this, so we'll see how a week feels. Will I get bored? Is the food going to be stale? I got these like chicken meatballs that were really good from Costco. I also got some vegetable spring rolls as like snacks in between if I need it. But Worst case scenario, if like next week I'm not noticing any difference with like abs or losing weight or anything, or sorry, not next week, in 2 weeks, then I'm going to go back to calorie counting, which was the worst and best time of my life. When I played football in college, American football, I started calorie counting because I wanted more muscle without feeling like as tired because I was like getting too heavy. And it was so stressful, but it's the best I've ever looked in my life. Be like literally seeing this is how many calories I need to eat. These 3 foods or these 3 meals every single day will get me there. And just seeing that number being hit every day. It also like would make sure I drink enough water, like all of that stuff. I looked incredible. It just was really annoying. Like even like saying no to going out or like saying yes, but I have to like check the calories in the menu and go online and like I'm going on Reddit trying to see if anyone else knows what the calorie number is for blah, blah, blah. It's like really annoying, but I will recommend anyone that's whether you're trying to gain weight, gain muscle, lose weight, whatever it is you're trying to do. If you count your calories, I'm telling you, you'll be so surprised at how much you're eating without realizing, like if you're trying to lose weight, or how much or how little you're eating if you're trying to gain weight and you're like, I just can't gain weight, like I'm eating so much food. As soon as you count those calories, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, it felt like a lot of food to me, but when I look at the calories, I'm only eating like 2,000 calories a day. Again, 2,000 is like, it's a decent amount. I feel like that's a lot of calories, but when I was playing football, I had to try and eat 3,600 calories a day. So it was just like, I didn't realize that I was only barely scraping by 3,000 a day when I was trying to like force feed myself food. And so like when I had this like, okay, I need 600 extra calories. How can I fit that in? I just noticed the fastest progress. Like it paid off the best. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Again, my aunt means no wrong. And I'm glad that she could be as direct, because now I'm like so locked into making sure I hit the abs. I'm excited to go on my walks. I'm excited, and it's motivated me to like lock into the gym. And doing research too, I realized like I don't think I'm doing high enough intensity when I'm working out. So I'm going to try and do that more. I'm going to try slightly decrease my workout times and my rest times between sets and reps, and increase the weight that I'm doing. Cause I kind of do. Right now I work to 16. So I do 16 reps of whatever weight. So if I'm doing shoulder press or whatever at a certain weight, and as soon as I can do 16 reps 3 times in 50 with 3-minute intervals between each set of 16, then I move up a weight, and then I try to do the same 16, and then it'll be like 12 for the third one. It's like, cool. So I'm not there yet. Next week I hit it, and it's like, cool, 16, I can go up a weight. And I do that. But I feel like I have to do lower weights because I'm trying to hit 16 of them. So I'm thinking maybe I increase my weights and only go for like 12. So 3 sets of 12 instead. I don't know. We'll see. It's all about experimenting, finding what works for me. I just want my abs back. I miss that pre any form of metabolism worries body that I had. So I just want my abs back. Like when we were at the doctor and she had to give me like an EKG, which is like some heart thing. And she was like, okay, lift up your shirt. I just remember being like, I was just like had flashbacks to being in high school, like, or primary school, going to like a swim class and just like holding my breath, trying to like look as skinny as possible, and then getting in the water and finally I can breathe again because no one can see below my neck. And then as soon as we get out, and holding my breath again to try and look good. I just got flashbacks to that. And then I lie down and I was like, no amount of holding my breath is going to make abs appear in thin air. Right now, I just have to take the L, and I just remember being so uncomfortable, and I don't want that. If I had abs, I wouldn't be as uncomfortable. That's the plan, at least. We'll see. But yeah, so that's, I guess, the workout update. How are y'all doing? I saw some comments. Some of y'all were trying to either do walks more often or work out more often. How's that been going for you? I'd love to know. On the work side, big update. Kind of big update. So first of all, client B, the one I had a panic attack working, poor deadlines, bunch of stuff, basically anything that could go wrong kept going wrong. So they are now locking me in for a video a month, which is good and bad. Good because that's what I thought I was doing anyway. And also it means that like I know my deadline each month. So it's the third video of each month. So I know that like I can be aware, I can plan based on that. Like I need that full week to just lock in and edit. And yeah, so that's pretty good. The bad, I guess, is there a bad? I mean, I guess the bad is just like reorganizing my month around that. Because again, client A, like I've got to a point, especially since I have pre-cuts, where I can do all of those videos in a day. Whereas client B, I need a full like 7 days where I'm just like working consistently to cut it down, because I'm still trying to like understand their style, their humor. Like I said last time about sound effects, I need to add more sound effects, stuff like that. I'm slowly getting used to it, and I think it will take a few months for me to really like lock in. But as soon as I figure out the style, I figure out how to minimize time used and maximize the quality of the output, then I think we'll be good. I'm excited. I am slowly getting better, even with like zooms and timing and all of that. I think I'm figuring it out. So yeah, I'm excited for how that goes, and how my relationship with that team improves over time. I think it's pretty good, but not knowing people, especially that you're working with, I like randomly I'll just be thinking, oh, they hate me, or they think I'm a terrible editor, or they just have me here until they can find someone else, like all of that. But I'm trying to like convince myself I am good at my job. They hired me for a reason, and I don't have anything to like prove or live up to or anything. It's just make a good video that's entertaining, hit your deadline, and we move on to the next. So, we'll see. I hope that goes well. I am excited. I started scrubbing through the videos, which I'll probably start working on. Yeah, I'll probably start working on that maybe tomorrow. Try to get like a decent chunk done after streaming. But yeah, so that's going pretty well. Client A, however, we're thinking about switching to daily videos, daily uploads. We'll see. So here's my take on it, right? I get it. More if we're averaging like 400K views for 3 videos a week, even if posting more frequently somewhat like declines audience views because like there's so much, or like maybe whatever, if it declines by half, that's still 200,000 views per video for 7 days. And if we have that for 7 days, that is 1.4 million views versus 1.4 million views versus if it was 3 videos a week at 400K, that's 1.2 million views. So it's already like in a word, but assuming people want to watch them every day, because I mean, most people do. Like the biggest L is like going to your subscriptions and the video or the channel that you want to watch hasn't uploaded, right? If that's coming daily and it's still funny and it's still entertaining each time, then we're hitting the same 400,000 views. We're literally, is it tripling or quadrupling? Something like that, our view count, and then that leads to more money, average view duration, all of that stuff. The biggest thing is just making sure they're still entertaining. Like we don't want to just be a slop channel. We don't want to just be like putting out whatever trash. And like I still want to be proud of the editing on every video that I work on, right? Like if people are going to assume my name is on the video, even on the ones that I didn't directly edit, like if I'm just like doing notes on one, or I'm cleaning up the timeline, but I'm not doing like all the like specific edits in the video, then I need to make sure that I would be proud of that video going up. I can't just approve videos where like a joke that I think sucks is there, because if someone's gonna think that joke is mine, then that's like terrible. Big no for me. Again, it's like I don't have stakes in it. I have a good reputation when it comes to editing, and I want to keep that reputation of having like high quality editing and etc. Right? So anyway, what comes with that is all of our pre-cutters and our editors on the team that I've been like training up and things, they're all going to start doing full videos basically every day. So I'll be working every day. I'll be working every day on the full videos. Monday, I still want to keep it to Monday to Friday, so I'll have to figure out a way during the week that I'll be doing like 2 videos in a day pretty often. But the pre-cutters, for example, we have Mitch, Matt, Dan, and Cam are like our main pre-cutters that I've been teaching to do like full videos. So if we have Mitch doing the video for Monday, we need to get him the footage on the Wednesday before or the Thursday before, so that he has like time. And that's another thing I'm very specific about. I don't want to give pre-cutters work that's deadline is on a weekend. I don't want them to have to work on a weekend. They can have the option to work. Like we have backlog videos that we've already recorded, but we haven't like finished the full video yet. So like they can choose to do that if they want, but I want it to always be a choice. If you want to make more money this month, because I don't know, you're going on vacation or you're trying to buy a car, like whatever it is, if you want to work on a weekend or you have extra time or you're bored in a weekend, then you can do it. I never want it to be like, we need you to work this weekend. It is slightly different because they're not full-time. So it's like, if they don't have another video in the weekday, I guess they would just do it on the weekend. It's not like I guess I've just seen it from my perspective where it's like I'm contracted for 40 hours a week. So anything outside of that, AKA weekends, feels like not within what I'm to be paid for. But then if I'm like, how do I word it? If I don't have too much to do on Thursday, right? So if I only work like 4 hours on Thursday, then it's like, oh, so I've only worked 36 hours this week. So working on that weekend makes sense to me. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm like overcomplicating it. But the long story short of it is I don't want to force them to work on weekends at any time while they're working with our team. I want it to only be an option if you wanted to. I took that option all the time, but now that I have other responsibilities like my girlfriend, seeing friends, also streaming, and like all of this other stuff that I want to do, I need to have my weekends free consistently as like, this is just the Zade time. This is my free time where I can like do the things that I want to do without pressure of like a deadline or getting a message from work about something not working, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it's good because it has motivated me to work more thoroughly and consistently. Like I will now find a way almost no matter what to finish my videos by Friday if I can. And then I have this Saturday and Sunday free to do streaming and stuff because I hate doing my own thing. And even if I don't need to have the video done, the idea of me streaming and then client A seeing me streaming and having fun when I could be working on their video, it just stresses me out. And I know they are not like that at all. I don't think they would complain. It's just like, even with client B, that video is due next week. When I stream tomorrow and Sunday, I want to make sure I've done at least some work on client B's video, because I would just feel like, if I'm slightly late or if something's like, if the video is not like outstanding or something happens where they're just like, this isn't what we expected, then they could be like, oh, well, you were streaming when you should have been focused on the video. That's why. Again, I don't think any of them would say this. None of them have said this to me before. I just like, that's just something that's like in my head. I feel like a constant kind of pressure to be working or showing that I'm doing work for other people. I stopped posting my story on Instagram, and a big part of that was like, if I was watching a movie on a weekday or doing anything, I just felt really guilty about it. I felt like why am I not at my computer editing a video for them right now? Why am I having fun at this movie or whatever it is? And so it's like kind of like trying to keep that private and still hitting the deadlines, but it's not like, it feels like I'm flaunting the fact that I'm not working by not working, but anyway, the daily videos, we'll see. I think we're going to try right now, just sprinkle in more videos in the week. So maybe do 4 to 5 a week instead of 3. And yeah, the goal is Mitch's video is done and ready to post on Monday. Matt's video is done and ready to post on Tuesday. Dan's video ready for Wednesday. Cam's for Thursday. And then Mitch will have another video ready for Friday. And then Matt is doing Mondays, and et cetera, and I'm going through all of them in frames, some of them within the Premiere timeline to like clean everything up, and I kind of become more of like a manager role and an editor role, which gives me more time to invest into other things that the team needs. So like when we bring on new clients, or even client B is like part of the team, technically as one of our clients, so I have more time to do that stuff, especially now that it's once a month guaranteed. And then any extra hours between that, when I have time, I can now focus on more of my own stuff. And, one thing I was thinking about recently is like, I wonder if there's any, I guess I do completely different kind of content, but I wonder if there's any potential for me to do videos through as a client for the people I work with, if that makes sense. For like, I'm making YouTube videos, comedy style or whatever it is, video essays, whatever, and and I'm doing a similar thing to the people that I edit for, whether it's reaction videos or whatever it is, like through them. I mean, it's hard to I guess convince them that that would be a good idea, because I don't really have an audience yet or anything. But you know, who knows what the future holds? Maybe this is gonna age like milk and the whole company shuts down. God forbid, please do not let that happen. There goes my job. Or maybe it turns out amazing, and in a few years I'll be looking back at this episode like, wow, little did he know he'd be next up. You know, I have a lot of hope. I mean, speaking of stuff that I'm doing, I know streaming is going well because I was disappointed and sad that I couldn't stream in Scotland. I have been so excited for tomorrow. I'm excited to start working on the Minecraft snowfall edit that we started working on. I actually rewatched my own stream VOD of me working, just like, I was like, oh, so this is what it's like being on the other side. Like, this is what it's like watching this. And I'm like, this is kind of entertaining. So I'm like, that's good. Like, I'm excited. I need to, one, make TikToks promoting the stream. Two, I need to remember to live stream on TikTok while I'm streaming on Twitch to kind of try and funnel in more viewers. I've been doing this a lot. And three is I need to cut down the stream VODs so that they're watchable videos that are like still entertaining. And I'm thinking about learning DaVinci. Hot take. I mean, it's not really that hot anymore. Everyone's doing it. But I was talking to one of my friends, Kai, great editor. I've begged him to work on my stuff so many times, but I am proud of him because he's been focusing on his own YouTube channel and is going super well. His TikTok is also going really well in regards to that. Shout out his channel. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, so it's like I need to find a way to be okay cutting and get better at it. And I also wanted to learn DaVinci anyway. So I'm thinking of maybe editing my VODs and or maybe not my TikToks for now, because that would be kind of annoying, but editing my VODs in DaVinci Resolve and seeing how that goes. But you know, we'll see how that goes. But I do have ideas of like what it can look like, where I don't know if it starts with like, this is how I turn this into this. I live stream every weekend where we edit suggestions and video memes that chat suggests. This is what we made last week, and here's how I did it. And then it would cut, and then it would be like a specific TikTok built around the footage that I got. And then another version would just be clips from the stream that were funny, where it's like someone's like, oh, you should put a torch in his hand. It's like, done. And then it like Lego sounds. Put actual Lego sounds there, please. Lego sounds, and then me, what's the word? And then me, time lapse of me putting the fire, the torch in his hand. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes, how it grows, because I'm really enjoying streaming. Like, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm just so excited to stream tomorrow and Sunday. And yeah, it just sucks that I that I missed it last week, unfortunately. Okay, let's hit that Zade okay question. How do you deal with clients sending you terrible footage? Like, they have 10 minutes of silence during gameplay, very low energy, uninspired commentary, stuff like that. That is a great question. I would say, first of all, I just want to let you know this is their fault. Before you, like, because I used to do this a lot, where if a video, like the final video, doesn't turn out great and the footage also sucked, it's like, you're just working with what you're given, right? You can't create footage out of thin air, like for them to be reacting to or playing with, or like bring in commentary where there's none and stuff like that. You just have to do your best to emphasize the moments that are funny and are entertaining. I think generally it's tough, because I've heard before you want to like make the video more entertaining yourself with the editing to make up for that. But if you overdo that, then it almost what's the word? It almost makes the bad commentary or low energy or the poor gameplay stand out more when it goes from like a great edit to the most boring video you've ever watched for a second to a great edit. I'd say in terms of like low energy or 10 minutes of silence, music is the best thing that can fill that stuff, like with energy as well. More vibrant, upbeat, or faster music can like help with like bringing together a mood. Like, the music really does create the mood, music and sound effects. And so, yeah, using music and sound effects to kind of fill in those spaces so it doesn't feel as empty per se. Uninspired commentary, depending on who you work for, you can almost play into the uninspired commentary. Like I've done that a few times where they would make a joke that's bad or whatever, and you add a laugh track and you keep in the silence that they have after the joke, or you can even put text up that's or like make it like a like an ad, and it's like bad jokes near you or whatever, and it's like one of those like Pono. I'm trying to think how to not get wait, I'm not even monetized. One of those like porno ads where it's like bad commentary in your area, and then it'll be that clip in the corner like a window. Just random ways to like. I feel like you can joke. Again, depends on who you're working for. Some people won't take it so well. But you can kind of joke about what isn't working, and then that can also be pretty funny. But yeah, overall, it's keep doing what you're doing. Terrible footage can only become so much better. It is on them recording to improve that kind of stuff. Like I feel like as editors, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to turn whatever we're given into the best video ever. But if you're given 45 minutes of seals, oh, that's a pretty good video actually. If you're given 45 minutes of cockroaches walking LA streets, you're not going to make a 30-minute masterpiece. Like you can make bits out of it. You can give them names, voice over them. But even then, that's like, it's funny for 3 minutes. And then what do? You can only do so much with the footage you're given. Also, I feel like they also can recognize sometimes like the viewers when someone's uninterested in something. Oh no, my frame rate went down. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I feel like the viewers can recognize when someone's like less not interested in what they're saying or what they're watching, or there's fake laughing, etc. So I'd say cutting it tighter to try and avoid those sections of silence, uninspired commentary. I personally, if client A, and I didn't used to do this, but I do this a lot now, where if client A doesn't react to a post like, I guess, well enough, cut it. Straight up, like they'll react to something and it'll just be verbatim, oh, this thing happened, then move to the next one. Cut it. There's no point. Like, they just watched a TikTok, they didn't laugh at it, they didn't find it that impressive, and then they just described what the TikTok was. Cut it. It's low quality commentary. It's not worth it for the video. AVD isn't going to be better if someone watches something boring, hears something boring as a response, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stay and watch the rest of the video. Cut it. That's where people start leaving videos, is when something uninteresting is there. And I know it's like a trend, like longer videos, more money, but it's higher AVD, more money. And if your average view duration sucks because it's a long video but it's a really boring 45 minutes, then that doesn't help you at all either words. So yeah, I'd say don't be afraid to cut it, and also don't blame yourself. The pressure's not on you. You just do the best you can and work with that. Work with what you're given. Thanks for the question. And now we're going to move to the second one. How did you learn After Effects? Certain YouTube tutorials, online class? Just looking for good tips on starting out. Appreciate the help. Thank you very much for the question, first of all. This was over a year ago, so I'm not sure if you're still watching this, but if you are, or for anyone else that's interested, I learned through YouTube tutorials. I didn't take any classes, although I have heard some classes can be pretty good. In my head, because you have to pay for most classes, I'm like, YouTube exists as a, sorry, my nose is blocked, which is why I'm breathing out my mouth. I'm sorry. But YouTube works as a like a free source of entertainment and a free source of knowledge and a free source of so many things. And it can also be a free source of tutorials like editing. Specific channels, I used to watch a lot of Film Riot. Film Riot's a great channel. They do a lot of VFX tutorials. Blender Guru did the donut tutorial. I actually did not follow that to learn Blender, but I have heard that it's a pretty good tutorial and it's a good starting point for you. I don't know. So the way that I generally learn things is by forcing myself, like brute forcing my way through it, right? So opening Blender, I didn't Google what does everything do tutorial. I Google how to make a puppet, and through watching that tutorial and finding things I'm confused by, I then like Google specific things I need to do around that, right? So it's like, they're like, okay, so first thing you're going to do is add a mesh, and then they add a mesh, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what just happened. So then I'm Googling how to add a mesh, and it's like, cool, okay, so now I know this is how to add a mesh, and this is kind of like the system that Blender uses. So already I've just learned a ton more about Blender than I would have watching a full guide and then not knowing what steps I'm supposed to follow to do anything, if that makes sense. With After Effects, I mainly started when I was doing motion graphics. So I'd want to like animate an email. So I would just Google things like that, like how to animate text in After Effects, how to recreate images in After Effects, and like things like that. And slowly through a variety of tutorials of specific things you want to do, you'll learn also hotkeys that are randomly thrown in. Like every YouTuber uses different hotkeys and different techniques for so many things. And I could like, also Video Revealed, great channel, highly recommend. They're slept on, great channel for editing. Yeah, Video Revealed, also a great channel for like Premiere and editing, stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like you'll learn a lot more by actively doing the thing that you want to do and learning and like taking account of what you learned while doing that. Like I have a notepad where whenever I randomly learn something new that I didn't know about before, I'll just write it in there. So I have constant notes of like edits where it's like, oh, I found out holding Alt and dragging something will automatically duplicate it in Premiere. If you hold Alt on a layer and drag it up or move it over, you can copy and paste things without having to adjust what layer you're copying and pasting. It's just like a bunch of random stuff like that that you'll just like kind of come across through a variety of tutorials in the way, finding out how different people edit and how different people interpret things. So I would say first step to learning After Effects is finding like, why do you want to learn it? Like, what's the thing that you want to do in After Effects? Is it like a motion graphics? Is it VFX? Is it CGI? Is it compositing? Like whatever it is. And then step 2 is like Googling specific tutorials on how to do that. And I feel like that's the harder part and also the most rewarding and impressive part, is where you don't know if someone else has done the thing that you're trying to do and you don't know how to word asking for the thing that you're trying to set up. But when you get it, it is a beautiful feeling, you know, like the difference between, you want to put something on the TV, right? The difference between how to replace TV, and then you get a bunch of like working tutorials, how to replace TV, After Effects, and it's like what, and then and then you slowly learn about like, okay, tracking. So okay, tracking is a common theme. When like the camera's moving, I need something to stick to the TV, and then you learn about tracking and different plugins that you can use for tracking, and then how to composite the scene so it really looks like it's on the TV. Like all of these things kind of come with knowledge and learning about specific things that you want to do, and everything else just kind of like comes with them, if that makes sense. That's how I've like approached learning basically everything. Like I'm thinking about taking up guitar because my brother did an open mic recently. He was so good. I think open mic. He was so good. And yeah, while we were there, I was like, I really do want to make more music. I want to learn it and I need to brute force it. And so I'm going to find specific songs. I learned the bass. I used to know how to play, or I still know how to play bass, but I haven't played the bass in a while. But learning the bass, I found a song that I liked, and I spent so long trying to learn how to play. I used tabs, and then I learned about music notes through forcing myself only to play the song through the notes, and then and et cetera and et cetera, and then it's like it just kind of becomes muscle memory. So I want to do the same with guitar. I need to find a song I want to learn on guitar, learn how to play it, and then do that multiple times, multiple songs, and eventually it just kind of comes to you. You know, everyone learns differently though. That's how I know it works for me consistently, and that's the best way that I work when it comes to trying to learn anything new. So yeah, those are my tips for you. Good luck, and let me know how it goes. I hope it goes well. I'm about to go to, I'm not sure if I've told you about this place, Goltong Chicken. If you're ever in LA or if you live in LA, go to Goltong Chicken. That is, I think, some of the best food that I've ever had in LA. It's this Korean fried chicken place where they use like syrup and like jam and honey mustard, and they put fruit on top of the chicken, like strawberries and kiwis and pineapples, and it is incredible. Oh, my frame rate's gone down. My bad. Oh, there we go. It is incredible. It is kind of expensive, but when you're going with a group, it's like to share, right? I think it's $70 for a huge plate, by the way. A huge plate. I'll put a picture up. $70 for a huge plate, but it does, but like, you know, if you're splitting that between 3 of you or 4 of you or whatever, then it ends up going down to like, don't embarrass yourself, 35 overdue, $16 each, or something like that. $17.50 each before tip. So yeah, I highly recommend that. But I'm going there with my girlfriend's friend that she wants me to meet, and her boyfriend. So I'm excited for that. I haven't been to that place in so long. Oh, something that, about Scotland, something that really drove me insane, really drove me nuts. It's getting expensive now. I guess it's inflation and it comes with it, and I might just be complaining about like the most basic thing ever, but I really thought Scotland was safe. For some reason, I really thought Scotland was safe. It's not safe at all. Movie tickets used to be $5. Now they are $10 for the cheapest one. Buses are like $3.50 now. And again, these are like minor things. And it's probably like, what are you mad about? It's just like, I feel so old now, but like when I was growing up, it felt so cheap. It felt so affordable. And so like, as I got this job, I was just thinking like, I can go back to Scotland whenever I want, because there's a lot going on in America right now. And like if I go back and like with my same salary, it'll feel like I'm rich over there instead of me paying like $1,400 for rent in LA. And then going back and being like, it won't quite be as cheap as I remember, was a little disappointing, but it's okay. I guess everything will get better eventually, and I will adjust and I will get used to it. I'm excited for Halloween in October. We're in September 19th and I'm talking about Halloween. I still don't know what to be. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, but I'm not sure what to dress up as. I just don't think I could top my last outfit. Being Finn from Adventure Time I felt so good. That, and I also was Gus from Breaking Bad one year, and that was great. But yeah, Finn from Adventure Time, it just felt so natural. I was comfortable in the outfit. Like it got compliments too, and I'm trying to figure out something like that. I'm thinking maybe a cartoon character in real life again, maybe Rigby or Mordecai or something, or I was thinking maybe Hamilton, because we watched Hamilton in theaters. So good. Oh, that's what's crazy is that's the first time I've ever not been mad at the idea of a sing-along. I am glad our room was they asked people like, do you guys feel comfortable with sing-alongs? A lot of people said no. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. Like, I feel like it could ruin the experience especially because like it was my girlfriend's first time actually watching Hamilton. So she did not want to sing along so she could like really hear and experience the original rendition of stuff. But I found myself just like whispering under my breath, like singing along to the song, or I would just be like mouthing the words, and I'm like, damn, I get it now. I see how people can like watch something and be like, oh, I want to sing along with this, even though it's like a movie that we're watching, right? And then I got home and I saw on Twitter there was a post where someone was like crashing out because this lady was like, guys, can we please stop singing? And everyone and this guy was like, we came here to sing, sweetie. We're gonna sing. It's Hamilton. It's a musical. We can sing. And then I was just like, oh, this is just like, because it's like both sides are right? Like the guy is able to sing. I think in the thing, they were like, yeah, jump with joy, sing along, like experience this with us in the movie. And then like before Hamilton started, like in the movie, they said that. And then, but this lady also has the right to not want to hear a bunch of random people screaming lyrics out of tune at random times and out of sync because they think they know the words when they're trying to watch Hamilton, So yeah, that was uncomfortable, and I'm glad that didn't happen with us, but I get it. I get both sides, and now I also understand what it's like to man, I wonder, living through the Minecraft movie chicken jockey thing, I wonder if that is going to happen again. It will. But what will it happen with? Like, I think about like Barbenheimer, right? Like the whole Barbie movie dropping at the same time as Oppenheimer, and it's like you go back to back, watch both movies. I was just like, how many people did that? That's like 6 hours in the theater just like together. It feels way too long. And then also like then Paw Patrol and Saw tried to do it, and it was Saw Patrol, and it was like, who is going back to back with these? There we go. Who's going back to back with these and trying to like how are you going to market this and make it work anymore? Now it's just you tried to do the Barbenheimer thing and it didn't work, And like immediately when the Saw Patrol thing came out, all the jokes were like, y'all are not Barbenheimer, I'm so sorry, or you're trying too hard or whatever. And I'm like, man, like I feel bad. Like is that going to repeat, or was that like a once in a lifetime thing that all of us just lived through and that we made? I don't know, not to get existential on y'all, but anyway, I now need to cut this off so I can edit this in time, start the upload because my Wi-Fi sucks, make a new thumbnail, And also, I need to edit 2 videos for Client A. Okay, let's do this. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all of you being here. I hope you're having a great day. Tell me about it in the comments below. And I'm doing, the sickness does bring it down. I'm going to say a 6.5. If I wasn't sick, I'd probably be like a 7.5, maybe 8. But yeah, 6.5 because of the sickness. My teeth hurt, I think, because of the meds. And I will talk to you all next week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.